I bought 3 PSA graded Pokemon cards from Gamestop. Gamestop is starting to become more of a card store than a game store, if that makes sense. They are still doing the classic GameStop thing with video games, but they are making an effort to be a TCG collector's paradise, essentially. So first things first, I have 3 boxes. I went online and bought 3 different PSA graded cards, and it looks like they came from 3 different locations, so I guess we can test to see if they are consistent with how the cards are packaged. Obviously they aren't, because 2 of the boxes are the same, but one of them is clearly different. So let's open up these packages one by one. These all contain cards that I wanted to add to my personal collection anyways, so I might as well do an experiment and see what GameStop is all about. Let's get things started with the odd man out, the smallest box. I did cut it open already, so let's see what is inside. Okay, so it looks like it opens up almost like a book, and then your PSA graded card is in there. Oh, it's kind of like a xylophone. Oh, sick. Now let's take a look at the card. So the card is here. It is a shiny Noivern GX PSA 10, and everything seems to be intact. They have a sleeve to protect the graded card even more, which is fantastic. GameStop, I am actually impressed. Not saying that you wouldn't do your due diligence and you wouldn't really ship a item securely, but this is fantastic, and I really want to see more of that small box for 1 card order. On to the next box. Let's see how this is packaged. So it looks like it is a package within a package, so we got to take that out. And there is some crumpled up paper for some extra support, so I guess that's good. But honestly, the first box set the bar so high that I'm kind of a little bit disappointed. Looks like we just got a bubble mailer, which is pretty standard for these sorts of things, and it's in bubble wrap within the bubble mailer. It is secure. No sleeve on it this time though, which is interesting. And we have our PSA 10 Naginite, shiny, what is that? Naginidel? And we have our PSA 10 Shiny Ultra Beast. And you're gonna see a trend with the cards that I get. Even though this wasn't as packaged securely as the first box, it did do the job. So, you know, I'm happy with it. I just really want them to be consistent with how the first package was received. And now we are moving on to the final box. Okay, so it looks like we have more crumpled up paper for packing, but it looks like we have another different sized box for this. Okay, let's see what is inside. A package within a box within a box. Okay, now I'd say this isn't as good as the first one. I don't know what this contraption is all about. I would say it is secured. But I don't know. Like you don't need this big of a bubble mailer to sell a graded card, and this is how it was in there. You don't need all of that, GameStop. You really don't need all of that. But we do have our shiny GX Altaria Gem Men 10. And again, this isn't coming in a sleeve compared to the first one. And again, like the first one was great. I want GameStop to be consistent with that. But let's take a look at all these cards. So we have all of these shiny GXs and PSA 10s. I'm very happy to have these in my collection. And I am also very happy to have tested out GameStop, because I'm definitely going to be buying more PSA cards from them. And the reason being is because for each of these cards, for one, they were all very consistent with the last sold listings on eBay, but I'm a GameStop Pro member and you get some major deals on these cards. So you are essentially getting a discount for PSA graded cards, and that's like unheard of unless you go to a seller and say, hey, can we work something out? You don't need to do that anymore. I think I got 10% off or something along those lines for every single one of these cards, which is fantastic, especially being PSA graded cards. So I would 100% recommend buying PSA graded cards from GameStop for that reason alone. Like I said, they are trying to transition into more of a TCG focused game store than just video games like they were in the past. And because of that, they are doing a lot of deals. Apparently there's even a better deal going on for PSA graded cards, and I will definitely be taking a look into that. For the discounts, especially for pro members, are a huge incentive to buy PSA cards from GameStop. And I want to end on this. This is not a promotional video for GameStop. We had no discussions over this. I just bought these and I wanted to see how it was. I'd say go after some PSA graded cards on GameStop before they stop doing these promotions, stop giving out these discounts, because it is going to happen once they succeed in their goal. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.